Brody, thank you very much for joining us today. How long have you been swimming?
Probably about 5 years. It's not too long.
What made you go into swimming?
My brother, he swims at UNC now and stuff, so he's always been swimming for his entire life, and he kind of pushed me to it.
So, Brody, if I don't see you in the swim pool, where else would I might catch you?
Probably at home in bed.
So, any other extracurricular activities? Fishing, golf, skateboarding?
Maybe golf, going to the beach.
Okay. All right. Real quick, you've been involved in swimming for 5 years. If I had to pick a particular event that I would put on Brody's highlight reel, where would that be?
100 freestyle.
When was that? Is there any particular event that stands out of, man, I rocked it? This was a great meet.
Probably my 100 free at like 14 and under champs. The year before I didn't even make finals, and then that year I kind of pushed myself and was up against this kid who everybody knew in the state, and he was, a big time kid, and I out-touched him at finals in the 100 free long course, so it's probably my favorite race.
That is great. What scares you about swimming?
Well, most of my races are pretty short, so slipping on a turn.
So you're a sprinter then?
Yeah, sprinter. Slipping on a turn, because that'll cost you everything pretty much.
Mean coach, mellow coach, motivational type of coach, what really gets you excited or what really motivates you about swimming?
Motivational coach to keep me going when they can tell I'm starting to get down a little bit and I'm not mentally as strong, and they keep me motivated to push myself because they know my goals and what I need to do.
So I take it you're with Coach Sid?
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. If Coach Sid stands up on the blocks today and says, here's what our practice is going to look like, what would make Brody absolutely happy, smile from ear to ear?
A power set.
All right.
Short sprints. That's my favorite.
All right, let's spin it up. All of a sudden, Coach Cassidy shows up today and says, here's what we're going to do. Oh, man, this is going to be a long day.
Probably a pump out set or a mind grinder that just tears me down.
Okay. If I was sitting next to you, Brody, and this was your event, this is the event that you came to swim today, and I was sitting next to you, and all of a sudden I hear 3 songs coming out of your headsets. What songs might I hear?
Probably Throw It Up by Lil Jon, Blame It, and Let's Go.
All right, good. Before you go to a swim meet, what is one of your favorite foods to eat?
Chicken tenders. Love chicken tenders.
No pasta, no?
No, chicken tenders for sure.
All right. 4-day meet. A lot of people get burnt out on day 4. Day 3 and 4, you start to see, the jelly legs start to roll in. Mm-hmm. What do you do to keep yourself hydrated, keep yourself nutritioned to last all 4 days?
Resting is a big part of it. I take pretty long naps after each session, and we trained all year for this, and so we know what we need to do. We do a lot of test sets to help with the lactic acid, but you just have to keep mentally strong and keep drinking lots of fluids throughout the day.
What do you like most about your current training?
We mix it up. We don't do the same practice every day or every day of every week. Some days it'll be pump out set, a lot of yardage, and then some other days it'll be shorter, sprint, really get into it. So,
what do you like least about your training that you're currently doing?
Lots of yardage.
Okay. How do you like dry lands?
I like them a lot. The team that I came from before I was at St. Andrews, I didn't really do any dry lands or anything like that. So I think it's helped me a lot improve as a swimmer. Is
there any type of superstition, or is there anything you do repetitively before each event? Some swimmers, you'll see, they'll put on their goggles before they even walk up to the starting block. Is there anything that you just repetitive that you do each time before each event?
I put my leg up on the block and stretch. That's about it.
Okay. In regards to your training, in nutrition-wise, what do you do to you find to pace yourself? So if you're going into a huge meet, I know you'll have a time where you end up you'll be tapered or go through the shave process. But what do you do in regards to your personal training that you get yourself ready for a particular swim meet?
Well, my parents are pretty big on nutrition, so they'll cut down the sweets for me. They'll stop, buying stuff because they do the grocery shopping. And, I'll just really make sure my body's 100% ready. I won't do anything that I know will affect me. I think twice before I do stuff, so.
If I was swimming against you in a 200 IM, what stroke should I fear in our competition together?
Probably the freestyle. I come back pretty hard on that, usually.
All right. Brody, real quick, we've been asked same 5 questions to all the swimmers. What's your favorite movie?
The Lego movie.
If there was going to be a movie made about your life as a swimmer, who would you hope to be cast as play you?
Probably Hugh Jackman.
All right. If you had a theme song that played every time you stepped up onto the blocks, what would that theme song be?
Let's Go.
Who or what motivates you?
My coaches. They push me really hard because they know my potential and they know what I need to do, and so they're always there for me and really pushing me strong.
Brody, if I had to define you in one word, what would that word be?
Excited.
Thank you very much, Brody. Good luck.
Thank you.